Time. Time has a healing element imbued within it. It's love. When the human being has suffered betrayal and a high level of humiliation which was not provoked by any actions of their own, there is a moment inside the one who was attacked unjustly whom says to themselves, "That will never transpire in my living experience again," and in the same movement and thought, "I will never speak to that person ever again in my life." These thoughts and feelings are very emotionally fundamental of the human experience, as they are in fact founded in the intentions of having the strong will of self-preservation for to never become in feeling as they have been made to feel unjustly. Something has caused a fear and insecurity inside, and one feels as though these measures of protection must take place. Time is a living and moving reality in which we all exist inside as the human family. Time reveals to join certain individuals together within the same experience for the sake of learning of life and of one another as well as themselves. The experiences are revealing. They are implemented of the divine, for the human being to learn of themselves upon the purpose of the factors of self-observation for to grow in the light of truth and expansion, as well as the dual component of the lies of moral conduct, phantomized as the principles of righteous thought and behavior towards humanity, or a particular human being in whom the evil host themselves asserts of inhumane thoughts, even without the host accused never demonstrating anything remotely close to what the angel of darkness whom comes into the experience as an angel of light accuses them of demonstrating. Time. It has healing essence inside of it because of the reality that, when the human being is hurting, in the same movement we are healing. We hurt, because we are healing. The dual component of living, is dying. It implies to dying to that which causes the living journey to be in opposition to what the creator of life intended or of the life journey was meant to be. As we tend to make mistakes in our journey, we come to understand the importance of clarity and the truth of what clarity has to offer us of ourselves. The wool is taken from the eyes in such beauty. We come to realize that mistakes are only ordained in our living journey for the sake of learning of what is proper for our journey, as coming to know who we are and what we are in opposition of who we were previously of when we were manipulated outside of ourselves upon a divine humanity. Time. It has a moment for clarity to speak the clear truth which holds your true identity, and not of what someone else has asserted of your life and what it entails. Mistakes are simply ordained opportunities for learning. Mistakes are not consciously intended and then performed. They are not deliberate by the human being. Mistakes are sacred and thus, suddenly made. Most human beings venture into matters with honorable intentions and despite of such, meet other people who pose as human beings of good virtue. However, possess ulterior motives for to cause their lives in a turmoil. It is these times that have been ordained for to reveal to the human being that not every other person has the same intentions, but are poisoned with the brutal characteristic of ambition and control, who will use, hurt or destroy anyone they can to reach their objective for the sake of self-sanctification asserted to be in the name and thus aim at pleasing the Creator, when in fact professing in their actions, intentions and behavior that they are this divine Creator or Messiah of which they claim to serve outside of themselves. As this is brought to an end, because of divine intervention based upon an appointed time for redemption spoken into the universe, perceived by the divine, the time comes of when all of which has transpired works its way towards a healing for the victims and the punishment of the evil ones who caused the turmoils of the times. As reasoning is put forth, resolve is eminent within the hearts and minds of those who were abused and manipulated against one another. As they agree to resolve the issues, they agree to set themselves upon the intellectual journey of healing that which was not destroyed by themselves, but was insidiously set up and thus provoked by the author of confusion, who has been forever professing himself as the author of peace. The one whom has been professing himself to come as an angel of light, time reveals him as an angel of darkness and a two-headed serpent, spewing evil venom out of both tongues. His world has an appointed time for him also. Yes, as he looks about his life, and everything that has been propagated as a tool for righteousness is being deteriorated before his eyes as that which has the face of his real intentions. He has become his own God, and is unable to stop because he has a sense of satisfaction in existing as such. But the hood of the phantom is timely rolled back without his power to prevent it, as this is made known of those in whom he has in fact betrayed in terms of real brotherhood, even though they are called brothers. The one who has forever sabotaged lives come to realize that in his determination to do so, he has only sabotaged his own according to what he holds most dear. Take strong heed and be careful of your response in seeing their lives fall apart. Know and remember that all of which is transpiring about them was never your intention or desire of them, because your intentions were honest and had wished them well. So, never rejoice in that which has no need for your stepping outside of your character and who you are this day. This time is strictly for those whom this causes a great pain and confusion in the lives of many, and is simply reaping the harvest of their unconscious deeds against humanity as a whole has brought them. They are made to know that they have become not a conversion to the divine and the Messiah, but only to themselves, because they have committed evil deeds which they know would never be pleasing to the divine based upon divine principles and therefore actions, but they committed these evil acts for the satisfaction of themselves, because they have in their own minds become the God and the Messiah in whom they claim to serve in their own minds, and lack the respect of not mocking the divine and what is expected of the human being towards another human being. Within these delicate times, understand that the rejoicing in the destruction of the wicked ones, because of their vicious and deceptive minds, is just as dangerous as what the wicked ones has done to us, which has affected our minds in our hurt and disappointment. This is implied because the divine has set up in the universe a system of justice which is never mocked nor deceived, but responds in order to bring about total order in the courts of justice. There is no need for self-satisfaction because of what anyone has committed against you. You and they will come to understand that they have only committed those acts against their own selves. Yes, as their lives will soon reveal to them a time of fall, when all of which they have built will die as fall away as the leaves from a dying tree. This is justice. The time for clarity, humility, and thus wisdom is the safe place inside. Wisdom is imperative for the sake of preserving your humanity through the entire experience. In this truth of the matters in the aftermath of the time, you win. Written by David Anthony Breboy.